Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to briefly talk about who we are as a district and a school. Then we will look at a few pieces of data and discuss how we can make improvements. And we will also begin thinking about setting goals and making a plan to implement. Remember, our goal is to promote student learning. That's why everybody's here. That's our number one mission, is to help students learn. Right. Here's a very quick overview. This is going to be a review for most of you, but I'm sure there'll be some new takeaway. In the district, we're made up of 4 elementary schools, 1 middle school, 1 high school. We have 2 title schools. One of those is Robinson, the other one is Garfield. Total, there are 2,295 students, and then 241 of those students attend Robinson. We have an at-risk preschool program. Our classrooms are made up of 2 classes per grade level. And then we have 1 reading specialist and 1 math specialist. We are also one-to-one with technology across the board. Here's a really quick report I'd like you guys to take a look at. This is our attendance for 2017 and 2016. Our building is actually above the district and state averages. Wanted to show you that quick piece of data just so you kind of see what students, what it looks like when you're looking at it on a bar graph. How do we do business? Quickly, I'm going to let you look over the district assessments that we give. I'm not going to read all those to you. And I want you to think about how we are currently using this data. So when I think about how we use this data, I think we use DIBELS to complete our quadrant sort and then create our small groups for MTSS time. The lower grades, you guys use Pathways, phonics, reading assessments to help with small group time and to help your instruction time as well. We need to begin to analyze data in a little bit more of an official way, so that we know we're helping kind of push forward and promote that student learning. If we are not using all the data that we have access to, we're just not taking advantage. There's no reason to give those assessments if we're not going to look at all of the data pieces that we have to actually make a plan and start achieving some goals that we set for ourselves. Here's our first report we're going to look at. This is showing economically disadvantaged students. I'm going to ask this question to you. What is this data showing? When I look at this chart, I see that it is showing a steady increase of students who are coming to us that are economically disadvantaged. What are we already doing to help these students? We have many things that we do. We're providing a safe place for these students when they need it. We're providing structure and routines. We have Capturing Kids' Hearts, which is promoting positive classroom environments. The last question I want you to think about is, how can we better support these students? Should we better support these students? What can we do to help the majority of the students that are coming to us? Looking at math state assessment data now, it is broken into the first two bars is building, the second 2 are district, and the last 2 are state. This is data from 2016 and 2017. What is the data showing? When I look at this data, I see that less than 50% of the students scored a level 3 or level 4. Now remember, level 3 indicates effective ability, and level 4 indicates excellent ability. We need to make sure that we need to think about what we can do to help students learning in math, since less than 50% of our students are obtaining the goal of getting a level 3 or level 4. ELA state assessments are next. My question again is, what is the data showing? In 2016, about 54% of students scored in level 1 or 2. Level 1 means limited ability, and level 2 is basic ability. In 2016, that number actually grew by 4% to 58% of students in level 1 and 2. What can we do to get these students learning ELA skills at a deeper level? Where are we now? So a couple of things. We're going to talk about some strengths. We're going to talk about improvements, and then we're going to very quickly review our data-driven dialogue protocol, which we were trained on this summer. So first up is our strengths. We are doing a great job at providing a positive school culture. We are setting high expectations for students, and our students are motivated to learn. Things we need to work on improving, digging deeper into the data that we already have. We need to do a better job at setting goals, and we need to work to achieve those goals instead of just sitting it on a back burner. We also need to work on collaborating a little bit more, whether it's in small groups with your grade level partner or in a larger group setting, and we actually need to discuss the data. If we're following the data-driven dialogue protocol in that next section, we will be doing all of those things, and this will help. I believe it will help kind of make a path to help our students reach those goals with state assessments and really with all assessments. Now, the first thing that you do with data-driven dialogue protocol is you make predictions, and that's before you even see the data. Then you get the data and you look at it and process it independently. Next, you go and discuss it with either a small group or large group setting. Then you infer or question. You try to make educated guesses on what you think is happening. This is also where you start looking at root causes of issues. Next, you create an action plan where you have to monitor progress. This monitoring progress will hopefully keep our goals and our action plan in the forefront of our minds, so we are not just putting it on the back burner. Lastly, you reflect on the process. Now, like I said, this is just kind of an introduction into this. I wanted to give you guys a brief kind of like what you're going to see in the future. If you want more information on anything with assessments or any kind of data, Kansas report card on the KSDE website is amazing. I will share this link with everyone, and you guys can take a look at it. You can also look at similar schools, and I really learned a lot digging in. Thank you guys for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.